Welcome back to a new video, guys, and we are today at Santa Pod Raceway in Northampton. And we're going to be comparing my S5 and Taylor's BMW M3 2008 and a 2008, both V8s. Obviously it's probably going to be better to compare an RS5 to an M3. I think they're more of a similar spec, but we're going to go with these, and eventually towards the end of the video we're going to be getting it on the strip and we're going to be racing one another, and I'm probably going to be pretty embarrassed. If you've watched my channel, you've obviously seen that the S5, we're slowly building it up, and it was pretty much the cheapest S5 in the country. So I'm not making excuses about this race that's just about to happen, but I'm probably, well, even if it wasn't the cheapest, I think I definitely still would lose. Now, before we start on the M3, I will mention that both of these cars have had modifications, none of which performance, but okay, I guess they've had exhaust modifications as well. So this BMW M3 has been lowered on HRD coilovers, and my Audi S5 has been lowered on BC Racing coilovers. Also, the M3 has had it's had front splitter and side skirts. Mine's obviously had the RS5 body kit. So that's pretty much the only modifications that's been done to both of these cars. Let's start off with a noise comparison between the two cars. You guys are going to let us know in the comments, are you a BMW fan or are you an Audi fan? So let's have a little rev off and we'll sort of compare both of the V8 noises. That was a sort of rev off. Both sounding obviously quite nice, two V8s. They're going to sound nice anyway. Obviously the V8 is a dying breed, so hit the thumbs up just because of the V8 noise. So now I'm inside Taylor's BMW M3, and do you know what? For a BMW, I'm not hating on BMWs, but I actually think this interior looks a little bit more modern than the S5 interior. Start off, the first thing you notice is like an Alcantara steering wheel. Don't know whether that's standard. Obviously Taylor's done a bit of a modification to the inside of it, sprayed it gloss black. It's got the flappy paddles. I do say, for a 2008 BMW, I'm going to admit here that this looks better than mine. We've got cup holders here, always handy, and another one over there. And then you've got the full, not got the key, but you've got the full BMW iDrive system is there. Like in the Audi, you've got their MMI. But in here, I would say it's not, yeah, it's quite nice. But guys, let me know, this is going to be completely unbiased. The one thing that I have noticed that the BMW M3 has and my Audi S5 surprisingly doesn't have is heated seats. Now, I don't know why my S5 doesn't have heated seats, and it is pretty annoying. It's pretty annoying that it doesn't have heated seats, but yeah. Right, into the S5. One thing I absolutely hate about the Audi S5 is this steering wheel. In one of the future videos, yes, it's going to be changed. If you're not subscribed to the channel, then subscribe now, because you'll see that I will be changing this disgusting steering wheel. But I will say it's a lot roomier inside the Audi S5. My one has they're called like silver seats, some sort of white silver seats. That's what they're meant to be, but I'm calling it beige. Yeah, the only really thing I can sort of say about the S5 is that it doesn't have heated seats, but everything else is pretty cool. There's no Bluetooth connection for your phone to play music on here, which is just I think a 2008 thing. From standard, I'm gonna give, no, you know what, I'm gonna give Audi the point because I do like these seats a lot better. The Audi S5 B8 it's supposedly got 349 bhp. Obviously we know that's not true, but we know that's not true on my one specifically. 0 to 60 time of 5.2 seconds, whether that's true or not, we don't know, but these are just the figures completely from the factory. The weight of the S5 is 1.7 tons. So the M3 is 414 brake and does 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds. So I'm pretty much in for a big old spanking. The weight of the M3 is 1.6 tons, so it's also got a weight advantage as well. Common problems. Now, so I've just asked Taylor what are the common problems for the BMW M3 and what to look out for, and he pretty much said only 2 things. One of them being a throttle actuator to look out for, make sure that's been done on your BMW M3 before you buy it. And what was the other one? And also rod bearings as well. I think that's, and he seems to think that that was the only common problems on the M3 and what to look out for. So maybe it is actually quite a reliable car. Now, moving on to the S5. Things to look out for on the S5 and common problems on this. So, number 1 being carbon build-up. Now, you've obviously seen in the one of the previous videos, it's in the top right corner now, that we took the S5 to dark side developments to have a full walnut blast to get rid of any carbon build-up. High pressure fuel pumps is something that we should check, and I've not checked on this one. I don't know how much of a common problem it is on the S5, but I know of the high pressure fuel pump to fail. There's also a little sort of like a tappet inside which can wear out over time. Again, I forgot what it's called. The steering sort of joint. There's a lot of suspension arms on the S5, 2 of them being on the top, and as you've seen in the video that when we put the coilovers on, I sort of sussed out that the top suspension arms are held in by a pinch bolt, which becomes seized and really difficult to get out, and over time those top suspension arms are going to need to be changed because they wear out pretty quick. Taxing the cars, both cars cost 570 odd pound a year to tax, that's in the UK, and fueling the cars you're looking at, I do an average of 17 miles per gallon in the S5. How much miles per gallon do you do in yours?
22.
22 miles per gallon, that is like a Prius compared to mine. Other than that, I think we've covered most of the expenses. There's probably something I've missed. If I have missed, put it in the comments box below. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. We're about to take these on the strip and we're gonna have a little head-to-head drag race and a few drag runs, so let's see how badly I'm gonna lose. Let's go. We're gonna head now down to the strip. I'm expecting to lose. It's pretty obvious, but I may sort of gain a little bit off the line, I'd say. Pulling on me already. We top end. As soon as I get to 60, it's just gone. We knew we was going to lose, but thumbs up for the Audi gang for just staying supportive. Maybe if this was an RS5, we might have had some sort of chance, but we're always going to lose. You did well, S5. You did well.
Shit, man, that was fun.
You smug motherfucker. So we're back and the S5 unfortunately lost, but we knew it was going to happen, and I think maybe the S5 is down a little bit on power anyway, but we're obviously going to get to that in a future video. But here's the M3 The one which won the drag race, but did it win in the overall styling? Let me know in the comments box below which you prefer, the Audi S5 or the BMW M3. I know a lot of followers on here might be a bit biased, but we may have some new BMW guys which may prefer the BMW M3. So hopefully you've enjoyed this little video. It's just a midweek video in between the ones on the Audi S5. Don't forget to check Taylor's channel out. He films a load of stuff on this BMW M3, like putting his coil levers on, everything like that. Pretty much the same as what I film on the S5. So click the link in the description to watch Taylor's videos. And that'll be it for this week. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe. Peace out.